Hey, welcome back. This episode is brought to you by Mixed Non-Alcoholic Drinks. We're talking about good old caffeine. It'll get you up, keep you going.
They're pretty good. Like they're good.
Lemon sparkling water and breezeberry Alani Nu. Who would have knew?
No.
What they is.
They is yummy.
They is yummy. So, you want to kick us off? No? Okay.
With what?
See anything? What's on your mind?
Um.
While she's thinking, folks, shout out Notre Dame fighting Irish. Hey, we're back in there.
Football.
Football,
Because they lost to basketball.
not basketball. You pick your team. You pick your teams when you're gung. Nah, I picked my teams when I was a kid. I saw them on TV because Notre Dame. They got their own TV deal.
Mm-hmm.
NBC. Saw them all the time. Okay, I'll watch this team. How could you not like Notre Dame? First of all, they have 11 championships. They got the Golden Domes.
It's been a while, though.
They are just football. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen them win a championship in my lifetime. They've only been, the last time they were in the championship game, 2013. They got smoked by Alabama. But guess what? Alabama's irrelevant now.
No, because we got to play Ohio State.
We got a couple fresh teams in the playoffs. Well, actually one. No. I don't know. No, these are pretty much the same teams that have been around. Penn State, not so much since the whole scandal. Hey, Sandusky, what are you doing? But, fighting Irish, baby. We're back in there. Back in the Super Bowl. Going to Disney World. Just a CFP Championship. But, hey, if you don't give us the credit we deserve, we'll take it. We've been telling teams, hey, move. Hey, move.
And yet you're a Duke fan who played Notre Dame basketball today.
Yeah, well, we have a very good relationship with the Dukies, They played us very well with Riley Leonard as quarterback, and we were like, hey, young man, how would you like to step it up, play for a championship? You come to Notre Dame. And he was like, okay. So we got him, and our basketball team is rolling.
Duke. I know y'all are confused by now. He is a Notre Dame football fan and a Duke basketball fan.
They're already back on TikTok.
Duke played Notre Dame basketball today.
These people got TikTok to watch.
And beat them. Go Blue Devils. Everybody in Eastern Kentucky hates me at the moment.
Go Notre Dame. Football. Go Duke basketball. I like the football team, Duke football. I mean, I got nothing against them. I'll cheer for them.
When they're not playing Notre Dame.
When they're not playing the Irish. But.
And then you'll cheer for Notre Dame basketball when they're not playing Duke.
I'm like, hey, fundamentals. Good job, guys. Nice layups. They were shooting the three pretty well today.
They were.
They were down by almost 20. They came back within
that
4.
One kid had like 4 threes.
Picked the wrong team.
And then at least they gave us a good show. There was there was almost a fight against a really tall dude and a really short dude.
To be fair, if I was on some other team and I grew up hating Duke, I'd probably want to fight them too. But to fight a Duke player at home, not going to go well for you. Not going to go well. You're surrounded in a small gym.
Yeah, we're snowed in. We've been watching sports.
Yeah.
It's been fun, though.
I'm not going to apologize for talking about it because I'm feeling pretty good right now. All my teams are doing good. Granted, the Sharks, not a good record.
Or the Panthers.
It's even worse situation. Sell the team. No, but
Your college teams are doing well.
yeah, college. Hey, got it in the bag. But Lakers. We need to get rid of LeBron. And,
Lakers ain't never gonna get rid of LeBron.
well, maybe LeBron will get rid of himself.
That would be great.
We'll go to greener pastures. Anyway, hey, maybe we'll get Cooper Flag. No, we got a tank in order to get something like that. But 42 points today.
Mm-hmm.
ACC freshman record.
Yep.
All right, we're killing them. We're killing the 3 people that are watching this. They're like, what? I thought this was like a paranormal comedy podcast.
Well, we like sports too. Sorry, y'all.
Well, anyway, as soon as this cold spell and this winter blizzard passes, which I think it has,
I still want to go fight with the icicles.
I mean, they're as big as lightsabers.
Exactly my point.
I would be Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. You would be.
I don't know. Pick me one. I don't know.
Sonya.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. We just stand there and do this
What is that?
until somebody pushes.
Oh, you're
start.
talking about like the Sega
Yeah.
stance? Yeah.
Until somebody pushes start.
Fight.
We just freeze. Gosh, they're so big though. Like
That's what she said.
the icicles are so very large, and I really want to play with them. I just want to like. As soon as they hit each other, though, they would bust. But still, it'd be fun. Because but we're gonna get out there and explore more once all this is over.
You'll shoot your eye out. No, I just see stuff going bad with like ice shattering near your face. Just get your eye punctured by sharp ice. Not only would it be cold and it would burn, but it would also hurt and it would. Wouldn't that be crazy? Something will go into your eye and it goes away because it's water, but yet they still got to fix your eye.
What did you do? I got frozen water in my eye.
Yeah, let's hope it happens to me, because if I take you to the hospital with a busted eye, they're going to be like, was it an icicle? I'll be like, I swear to God, we were fighting them like lightsabers.
We probably have it on film.
It was her idea.
Knowing us, it would probably be on film. You'd probably have proof.
She came at me with an icicle as big as her leg. What was I supposed to do?
The one on the back door.
Yeah, that one's huge. But yeah, once this snow surpasses they call it a heat wave, but it's, would you say 42 degrees?
I think 39 to 40 is supposed to be the high next week.
Which, yeah, it's been in the 20s, so we'll get back out there. We'll get in the swing of things again. I don't know if we're going to film any sort of, like, sketch comedy, but definitely some abandoned stuff, which was our plan from the get-go, to kind of take a break from the sketch comedy stuff in the winter and just kind of explore.
Yeah. I know we've left y'all hanging, especially with Ghostbillies and the Guide, but it'll be worth it. You'll see.
Yeah, I kind of overshot the ambition. Like, I was so...
It's not your fault.
Well, I was so goal-oriented with, like, the scheduling. I was going to post 3 times a week, give people, like...
Endless content.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to give people a variety of things, especially in the winter. But it seems like if it's not 30 seconds or less, I mean, people just, and they gotta,
Or if it's more than a picture.
Yeah, they can't handle videos. But if I just freaking upload a picture, a stupid picture that I find, and just put some description, people are like, really? That's so interesting. But if I do a whole video that's edited properly
Mm-hmm.
with flashy lights and fonts and filters, and they just don't care. And um, you know, I get it. Times are changing and people are getting dumber, but I feel like we still gotta stay true to ourselves and put out the best
Mm-hmm.
content we possibly can, not for them, but for us.
And I don't honestly, Ghostbilly and the Guide is not either of our fault that it turned into what it did, because it started with a goofy, silly, interesting way to just have a trailer for our show.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kind of developed into its own little
Yeah, it became
show.
it became like the main thing that our closest friends were into.
Everybody seems to really like that storyline, and it's a good storyline, but it got a lot bigger
Mm-hmm.
than either of us really anticipated it would.
Well, I could tell by like the first episode. I mean, if I can brag on us a little bit, it was so captivating when it first came up. People were like, "What is this?" And it's serious, but it's still lighthearted enough to where it's that perfect balance.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if they only knew what we have in store for Ghostbilly and the
I
Guide.
know.
Like, I'm excited to get back out there and start filming it.
Me too. And we were going to film in the snow. Like, we had this whole scene planned that we wanted to film in the snow. And then we realized it's not that easy to film in the snow.
Plus, like, how do we fit that in? Like, how do you illuminate the snow without a full moon at night?
And then if it was a full moon, then you wouldn't have active snow. And so we have, yeah, it wasn't as easy to film in snow as we thought it was going to be.
We got probably 20 minutes of sunshine today,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just got overcast again. So, we're getting another storm, though, in about a week, so we'll see.
Yeah.
It would be cool, like, kind of mesmerizing to see Ghostbilly and the Guide in the darkened snow, with some sort of illumination. Maybe in the future, but it's cool to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, we're getting experience. We're kind of learning as we go, completely winging it. If you're like thinking about doing short films, anything of that nature, um, I mean, just get an iPhone. And even if you're like Andrea and you love Android and you really don't want to use an iPhone,
Yeah.
just get an iPhone maybe from somebody, marketplace, someone you know that's trying to get rid of an iPhone. Just use it to record. Just use
I
it to
did
film
make the
with.
switch only for the camera.
Yeah. I mean, the cameras are just.
They're pretty awesome.
But yeah, you just need an iPhone, and I'm still using CapCut. I haven't even looked at Adobe.
Mm-mm.
I haven't looked at anything else really to edit on.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know. Everything else just seems so try hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sure I could probably make something look pretty cinematic, but I
I like our content the way it is.
yeah, I just use an iPhone and CapCut, and people are still calling it fancy, and I'm like, I don't see it. Maybe because it's mine and it's from my eye and my perspective and my creativity that I just don't really see what they see. Because I feel like when I watch it, I'm like, oh, this is so amateur. Like you can tell it's like just filmed in one shot and uploaded. Like I barely edit. Like I just know timing, I guess, and music, how to score it, kind of. But I still feel like it's not what it could be yet. Because I still feel like we haven't even found our true identity yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still don't
No, definitely
know
not.
how to make fun of ghost hunting and uh, intertwine our daylight characters with Ghost Billy and the Guide.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we started this as just kind of a way to make fun of ghost hunting. And then we were like, well, what if we have these characters that do it? And then Ghost Billy and the God got born. And so we've got three very distinctive things happening at the same time. And we have to find a way to intertwine those.
Yeah. Because
Um,
essentially it was like four different things.
mm-hmm,
It was vlogging, it was making fun of ghost hunting. Because in our vlogs, we just didn't want to be on camera.
right.
We were so shy. But we don't care at all when we do the comedy sketch to be all up in your face.
Or the podcasts.
Or this, yeah, we're all up in your face as ourselves. But for some reason, when we were vlogging, just showing like our adventurous exploration of abandoned things, we just didn't want to be on camera.
I think it was it wasn't so much that we didn't want to be on camera. I think it was more we thought people wanted to see.
Yeah, we didn't want to take away
Yeah.
from showing
where
the
we were
places,
at.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be like, hey, because I kind of hate when I'm watching a video of someone explore somewhere cool or creepy, and they're like, hey, so today, guys, we're exploring this and doing that. If you want to hit that like, share, and subscribe, drop a comment down below. Hit that notification bell so you
It's
can
just
get
all about
notified
them.
of when we drop our content. That would really help us out. And it's like, shut up, dude. Like, shut up, man. You're just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I have no intention or desire to be like everybody else. We've been doing this for 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
like posting content for real. And we've got over 4,000 followers. Imagine if we had jumped on the whole stereotypical bandwagon of a social media influencer and did all of the things. Like, just be a complete sheep and do the same thing that everybody else is doing. Like, oh, let's start selling stuff on TikTok. So, like, hey guys,
gross.
check out these mini microphones. Look how good they work. You can just get them for $10. Shut up, dude.
Spoiler alert: they do not work well.
How about you just work full time, huh? Well, you can just work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I make money on TikTok. TikTok is shutting down.
Yeah.
Shutting down.
I mean, I would love to sit at home and make money on the internet. That would be great, but like, it's not plausible.
I don't think it would be great to sell your soul.
Mm-mm.
I mean, sure, it'd be great to be lazy and make money. Everybody wants to do that. But where's the pride? Where's the, like, earn it? Like, you're not earning anything. You're just a middleman. I want to be the man. I want to do my thing my way by my rules. I want to break rules and feel good about it. Even if everyone hates it, if you and I like it,
That's what matters.
that's what matters.
Yep.
Like, I'm so proud of, like, the way you have checked me on basically everything. Like, I mean, you have structure. You're like the backbone of this. I mean,
His least favorite phrase that I say, because he knows it's gonna come with like logic, is, "I have a question."
okay, and I'm like, because every time I come up with an idea, another thing to throw onto the heap of, like, the multiverse of Ghostbillies, I think I got away with it, I'm like, oh yeah, she agreed, that's a good idea, she likes it, and she's like, but wait, I have a question. And I'm like, just forget it. Like, we don't have to do it. No, I like it. It's a good idea, but
We need to figure out how to connect it.
how do you get there? Where's the yellow brick road? And I'm like, I don't really think anyone's gonna care. I mean, it ate me up. I'm surprised you didn't do another take when we were filming the first episode. I kind of wanted to. I can't watch the first episode because that one part where the bike, where I laid the bike against the railing,
Yeah.
and then when it shows me going away, the bike is just gone, and I'm like, I can't. It's such a mistake. I would have noticed it if I was watching in like an audience member perspective.
We couldn't.
I know, but
because it was literally the last day that they were going to be there. We didn't have the bike.
I know, but still, it's just such a goof, you know. It's almost as bad as leaving a tripod in the shot.
Which I cannot tell you how many times
I mean, the amount of bloopers that I've deleted.
I know, and I keep telling him to upload them. Guys, tell him, y'all want the bloopers.
I wish I had that blooper where we were in the cemetery that day, for the beginning of the first episode, when the wind blew the tripod over.
I know, it was perfect. It was great.
I was so angry.
It was so windy that day.
It was so windy.
So windy. And I was really afraid because at that point we were still, we were using your
That take was
phone.
so good, and then
it was.
The wind was just like, screw your little show.
But yeah, and I always feel bad about it, even though I know later on you're going to be appreciative of it. Like you said, you're proud that I do that. I know at the moment it's going to frustrate you, but I know in the long run you're going to be glad that I asked the questions that I asked.
That's why I'm saying I'm so proud of how you've, like, just not been afraid to be, inquisitive and kind of check me on all of my ideas, and even when I'm like 100% certain, like, this is the way we should do it, you're like, but what if someone who actually likes our stuff and is watching religiously, what if they get confused? And I'm like, so let them be confused.
I'm the little string to like the balloon, and I'm like grabbing it and pulling it back down to earth a little
My
bit.
happy little idea is like, yay, here comes the sun. You're like, doo-doo. But no, it's such a good balance, because I just keep coming up with these ideas, and you kind of put the puzzle together for me, and you have ideas as well. And when it comes to like the editing, you're just kind of like, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I knew that. I fully trust your editing. I don't ever worry about that.
I think I have one of your hairs. I'm just gonna play with it.
Okay.
But shout out. I just want to give a shout out to Christopher Cook. He watches all the time. I want to give a shout out to Jeremy and Carson Lucas. They watch all the time, which is awesome.
Our great little fans. My sister and her kids watch.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah.
And her husband Robbie, and Layla and JoJo. You guys are awesome.
I mean, Jeremy told me the other day that they were snowed in, and his son Carson was introducing Ghostbillies to people in the neighborhood, like his friends and stuff. And I was like, that's so surreal and so cool that people still think about Ghostbillies. Because by this time, I thought people had just been like, that was really cool. Those two did that one time. But no, we're still doing it, and they're still watching, and we're gonna keep doing it, and we're gonna get better.
Yeah.
We're gonna get so much better and put out such better content. It's gonna be worth it that you stuck around, and I hope we impress you and make you laugh and keep you entertained, because we're still having fun. I don't see this ending ever. Ever. I want to be old and be the Ghostbilly guy. Like this weird guy that hardly ever comes out of the house, but when I do for milk and bread on before a snow day, people are like, that's that Ghostbilly guy. But yeah. There was something. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about characters in film. I had this idea, what if they could hear the soundtrack?
Oh yeah.
Like every time a scene happens or is going on, like what if they could hear the song that's playing, and they just like kind of have this ADHD moment. They get caught up in the song and they just start grooving to it. They're bebopping around, but they're still citing the lines. They're still reciting them. That would totally be us.
This is why we have to add stuff in later.
I want to start adding music in that actually has words, especially on TikTok, because you can use what's it called? Music that's um, legit.
Like, oh yeah.
What's it called?
Copyright? No.
Yeah, close. What am I thinking of? Music that's,
Popular.
I guess, copyrighted
Popular.
music. I guess, yeah.
You're gonna be
Popular. Popular. How's it go? It was a cool movie. Wicked. I liked it. I mean, for a musical, you know.
A musical with Ariana Grande in it. I'm so surprised you went and watched it with me.
I mean, I was a good sport about it.
You were.
I knew it wasn't going to be, like, terrible. I mean, they talked about fashion a little much, I felt like.
A little much.
I didn't see that coming, but...
But anyway, yes, we are going to get back to Ghostbillies the Guide. We're going to go exploring. We're going to try to do some ideas like add music with lyrics that we can vibe to and still add to TikTok legally.
Yeah, because YouTube, they'll definitely crack down on copyrighted music. 30 seconds is a myth. Like, if you use, like, 10, 12 seconds of a song, like, if AI recognizes it, you're cooked.
How many times did we have to repost, and how many times did you have to fix our trailer?
Oh, it was miserable trying to get it up the first time because I kept getting these little yellow triangles with exclamation points in them. Like, kept getting flagged, and they were like, copyright in Russia. I'm like, who cares about Russia?
They were like, your video is not able to be viewed in Russia. We were like, okay, cool. Didn't know they were going to take our whole page down.
Like, I don't care if some dude in Russia with a fifth of vodka, like...
Can't watch Ghostbillies.
I don't care. Like, just ban it from Russia. You don't have to take our entire profile away. That's why we're Ghostbillies 606 instead of just Ghostbillies.
Yep. Because our very first video, not even like... We hadn't even started the show yet. It was our trailer.
Yeah.
And he redid it like 4 times, and TikTok or YouTube still was like, copyright.
We got murdered. But yeah, we're experienced now. I feel like we're seasoned. We're not quite veterans. But I mean,
we've been filming for almost a year.
I know, and like I want to find like cooler, better places to explore and to film at. I really don't want to do the typical stuff. Like, obviously, if you watch our stuff, you notice we don't do the typical ghost hunting with the EVPs and the spirit boxes and all that crap.
I'm talking to them like they're children.
I'm not going to talk to you like you're retarded or stupid. Sorry if you're offended by the R word, but I grew up in the 90s, and I say retarded, and it doesn't mean retarded. Like, mentally retarded is one thing, but retarded just means...
stupid or silly.
Yeah. I remember one time in 6th grade, this teacher, Mr. Hall, got mad at us for calling each other stupid. He was like, you don't call someone that. Stupid people were like, so you don't call each other stupid. And we were like... So the rest of the day, we were like, stupid people are mentally retarded? I was like, I thought they were just people that got on our nerves.
You got a bunch of little, like, kids put pieces together, like, whoa.
Yeah. Or like if, you know, somebody didn't pass a note to a girl in class, you called them stupid. Like, help me out, man. Why don't you help me, stupid? But no, I don't want to do stereotypical stuff. Like, I don't want to go to the, what's it called? The Amityville Horror House.
No.
I don't want to go to Waverly Hills. I don't want to go to anything that's on the paranormal map that's been on Ghost Adventures or whatever you've seen previously. Like, there's so much stuff, even in our little area, that people have no idea about. Things that we haven't even seen.
No, things we found on accident, like that
When,
one school.
right, when we show people, they're like, "Where is that?" And we just happen upon things on accident a lot of times.
And then sometimes they happen to get burned or tore down, or
There's been
so weird.
3 places so far that we've visited. We've went back like a previous, or a not previous, like a
Like a follow up, or
yeah, we've went there to follow up, to continue filming, or to revisit, and the structure has been burned to the ground
or tore down,
or torn down,
like the bridge.
like a demolition. What bridge?
The bridge that you filmed over there right near our coal mine.
Bridge.
Remember?
The bridge got torn down?
Yeah, the bridge is gone now.
Oh, yeah, the metal bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the bridge.
Yeah, yeah, they took a whole bridge out that went across a river that I filmed.
And one of the houses we visited got burned.
One of the houses, just the outer structure was left. There was an abandoned building that we kept passing by that we wanted, excuse me.
We had like
to
made
check
plans
out.
to go to.
They demolished it.
It's gone.
I feel like there's something else. But yeah, the school that we previously went into that was way too health hazardous, we had to, because I felt like they're gonna tear it down or it's just gonna collapse.
It's
Like,
already collapsing.
I know. I just felt like we had to check it out at least. I mean, you have to. Like, if something is in your area that's like that, that looks that creepy, and it's just wide open. Not wide open. I mean, there's a fence around it, but it's just like no one is occupying it at all. I mean, you gotta go check it out.
Just be safe about it.
Yeah.
If the floor is falling in, obviously don't walk on it.
If you see mold, you smell mold.
And you're like me and you're highly susceptible, you should probably not go in. I've been sick for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
And we do take pepper spray.
We do.
In case there's like a wild rabid animal or a
Squatter.
dangerous squatter person. I've seen videos on YouTube. I mean, they've gone in, and when they review the footage, when they get home to edit it, there's someone in there with them that they didn't even see.
I know, like hiding.
Yeah.
And that
it's
is so
dangerous.
creepy.
Yeah. There's something else that I wanted to talk about. Oh, the Mandela effect. The fruit of the loom. So this was talked about by, who was it? Somebody on Joe Rogan. I think it was Mel Gibson. I think it was Mel Gibson. Who was it?
No, Mel Gibson was the one talking about the fires today. Was it? It wasn't Elon Musk, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was Mel Gibson. Because they talked about a lot of cool stuff. But they were discussing how, the Mandela effect is things in our past, like, for example, Monopoly, the game Monopoly, the guy, with the top hat. Everyone remembers him having a monocle, like an eye monocle.
See, I don't.
See, some people don't, but then, like,
I do
now,
remember the Peanuts man having one.
yeah, but now there's not,
No.
And then there's just
Like
little,
the Berenstein Bears.
yeah, there's weird things like that with, like, Sinbad and that genie movie. They say it didn't happen. People have physical proof of it.
100% happened.
I 100% remember watching it. There's footage of it. He denies it, which is weird. I mean, it's okay if you're ashamed of it, but it's not okay to completely deny its existence. Like, you want to make people feel crazy, bro? Why? But anyway, Fruit of the Loom said that they never had a
Cornucopia.
on their logo.
They 100% did.
Yeah, there's physical proof. People have the T-shirts, pictures. There's even documentation on Wikipedia and other things. Like
From
even
the government.
even government files are showing
Where they registered the cornucopia as like a copyright.
And they talked about it, yeah, and now they're denying it. Like, okay, Sinbad, like, why? It's so weird. And so the conspiracy theory is they're doing these things on purpose incrementally. They'll just take away a tiny little bit to see if they can erase parts of history.
Like if they can just take it away, would anybody truly remember?
Right. And because history, that's what we learn from, to not repeat the same atrocities, such as like Hitler. You know, I'm sure they're gonna try and take away history of COVID, with wars, the vaccines and
certain reasons why wars started.
It was a whole thing of like taking down those statues of the racist slave-owning generals, war generals, and presidents.
And it's just history, like.
Yeah, to deny that and to erase it is just kind of like, what are you up to? Like, are you wanting to make?
Why are we trying to delete history? It's history.
Are you wanting to repeat those same atrocities so people won't see it coming? Because that's kind of the main importance, in my opinion, of reviewing those things, even if they're terrible, like slavery. Like, you know how many times we hear that word a day? It's because it was so bad that people want to remind other people, like, don't be racist. Slavery is bad. Well.
And then when we were talking about that earlier, it led to the fact that we know that the media and things like that do play tricks on our minds, because this is, and I know that this is not normal thing for people to teach children, but I grew up on an Air Force base. So my school is different. We learned different things. And I remember taking this class, and it was social studies, but they taught us all this crazy stuff, like how marketing will put subliminal messages in their advertisements, because we were watching
their music.
We were watching a certain soda company. It was Pepsi, I'm pretty sure, and the teacher had one of those things where she could like bring down certain parts, and she brought down the music and she brought down certain wavelengths, and behind it all you could hear was drink Pepsi, drink Pepsi, drink Pepsi, drink Pepsi. The whole commercial.
Wow.
And that was when I was little. So they've been doing that for so many years.
And you were on their side, so they let you in on it.
I mean, they were teaching us about how different marketing strategies and different advertisements will put things subliminally into your brain.
So how do you even combat that, even if you're aware of it? Like, let's say, for instance, you're aware of it, but you're, watching the Super Bowl and a commercial comes on and it's got something subliminal.
The teacher literally told us to mute all commercials and turn closed captions on.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
That's what she told us to do.
So you just can't combat it, even if you're aware of it. It'll sneak in there and attach itself to your brain.
If you can hear it,
wow,
it will implement and it will plant into your brain.
I wonder what else they're telling us
to do. I know.
Like, kill people,
Could you imagine,
kill people.
Between video games and songs and TV, and there's no
They always
telling.
used to do that with, like, Led Zeppelin. Like, there's that one song, you play it backwards, and it's like, my sweet Satan.
Led Zeppelin? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Don't cover my Led Zeppelin.
No, I'm just... I
don't think it was Led Zeppelin.
It was definitely a Led Zeppelin. 100%. You can look it up after we're done with this. But, I mean, you can... They try to say that's what it says. Who knows if it was on purpose or, you know what I'm saying. Led Zeppelin, by the way, however much I do love them, they stole a lot of music. Okay? Just putting that out there.
Hey.
That's factual evidence.
Well, if they stole it, they made it cooler.
I agree. I'm just saying. Meg and what was his name? Jack White. They would do the same thing. They would actually go up to people. Like, I remember this one band. I can't remember their name. But anyway, they said they were approached by Jack and Meg from the White Stripes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were at a bowling alley, and they just sat down with them and they said, "We're gonna use your song. We're gonna cover your song." And they were like, "Oh, okay."
Are we gonna get royalties or?
I don't know what happened. The same thing happened with Dead Mouse, the DJ guy.
Oh yeah.
Someone just like rapped over one of his songs and didn't even ask him or anything. And I mean, they weren't like crazy famous or anything, but still, it's just kind of like, hey, if you're trying to get monetized, which is obviously what they're trying to do, if you use a sample from somebody crazy famous, your song has a lot better chance of blowing up. And to not even, which is dumb because if you do blow up, you're going to get a cease and desist or you're going to get sued either way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, your profit is just going to get swept out from under you once it's out there and you get caught. So I don't understand the motive, like, oh, let's just try and get noticed real quick. Well, you're going to be poor even quicker. So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
That would be like me calling the police and saying, hey, there's going to be a robbery at such and such place. And I'm the robber.
I'm going to be here at this day, at this time.
I'm going to steal this,
This
and
is what I'm going to take.
Right.
I'm going to take it to this pawn shop if I get away with it.
Okay, we'll meet you there. But you're going to get a headline out of it. That's what I want.
Probably.
I want the front page.
I don't know if that's going to happen here. They'd probably just be like, okay. And we would just get away with the stuff.
My friend Matt Branham and I made the front page of the newspaper here.
You did. Don't tell on yourself.
It's okay now.
How do you know? What's the statute of limitations?
Like 7 years.
Okay.
This was in like 2003 or 4.
I know, because I remember it happening.
We overflowed the city park fountain with soap suds. Completely harmless. It's like cute.
It was not completely harmless. That stuff covered half of downtown.
It goes away. Just drain the fountain. Come on. They tried to make us feel bad for the city workers. They were like, the city workers worked tirelessly. Or not tirelessly, relentlessly.
Okay, we have a huge fountain in our city park. They poured
like a whole thing of
bottles of dishwasher
into the fountain. And
covered downtown.
we went around downtown. We circled back. And by the time we came back to it, it was like out in the road. It was covering half the park. We were like shocked.
It was like a foam party happening.
We were amazed that it worked. We just expected, like the size of this table was just going to be like bubbling.
The fountain's bigger than the size of this table.
Well, I'm just saying, if this were the fountain, like it was
you wanted it to stay in the fountain.
Yeah, it was a circle fountain.
No.
And it was pretty deep. It was like, like 2.5 foot deep. We just expected, it was just going to stay there.
No.
No, it was like a monster. It was like...
It's going to grow.
That's what she said.
Spread.
Don't listen, kids. No, but yeah, it almost took over the town, and it was pretty awesome. We were proud of ourselves, and they tried to make us feel sorry for the city workers. The city workers worked relentlessly all Sunday morning to clear the soap suds that the pranksters...
Do you know why?
Why?
Because it is a city law that you are not allowed to have stuff in the streets on Sundays because of the church.
Dude, is the church that powerful?
Because they want people. That's why, like, Hillbilly Days has to be cleaned up by Saturday night, because they can't have stuff blocking the streets on Sundays because of the church. And so anything that's going to prevent somebody from being able to get to church, any of the multiple churches downtown, is illegal. And so they had to clean it up to try to let people get to church.
I don't understand.
That's why they couldn't just let it go away on its own.
I don't understand why you can't just walk through soap suds.
And in these hills.
Well, you gonna stain your khakis? Who cares? No, but we were super proud of it. We bought a copy of the newspaper We brought it to school. We were showing everybody. My mom was like, "You have to turn yourself in."
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. What are you talking about?
Absolutely not.
Isn't that sad, though, that our town is that small that makes the front page? I'm sure somebody got killed over that weekend or that previous week. Like, that didn't make the front page.
Difference in moms.
Soap suds.
My kids, I'd be like, don't you tell nobody. You gotta wait at least a few months.
Hey, come here. Good job.
High five. Don't do it again. You're gonna get caught.
I mean, we do way more stuff now. Like, kids these days...
Don't post that on TikTok.
Kids these days are doing crazy stuff. Like, I mean... Getting away with murder.
Literally. They do a lot. As someone who is in contact with a lot of teenagers, especially teenage girls, they do some messed up stuff, y'all. Lord honey child.
Praise to them. Tell them.
It's bad.
Lord help them.
It's.
We have got to save this youth.
They do a lot more than just pour soap into the fountain.
I remember that woman who was like putting cyanide in like Tylenol bottles or whatever.
I remember somebody kept doing that to water at Walmart. They kept poking it with a needle.
Oh, that's why you told me that one day. I was like, God, why is this such childproof crap? Like, I can't get this off. Just put the plastic around the... You were like, because someone can poke it with a needle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody was doing that to water at Walmart.
Oh.
What for? Like...
I mean, you just hate people. It's subliminal commercials, probably.
Probably.
Put a needle in the Pepsi. Put a needle in the Pepsi.
A lot of people have said that about Roblox. Roblox does that.
Huh?
Like, it implants subliminal messages into your kids' brains.
Lord child, I thought you just said roadblocks. I was like, roadblocks are subliminal?
Roblox. The games.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if you get kids addicted to video games and you're playing subliminal music in them, who knows?
And stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We love YouTube. YouTube is so awesome. We're gonna only be able to post on YouTube after TikTok is taken down. So
I know, right? What are people gonna do? You think?
Use other platforms. I mean, there's really
like
nothing
what?
else we can do.
Lemonade,
Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, Insta. I mean, it's not like YouTube. It's not like we don't have options. They're just not as popular as TikTok.
I'm just tired. I'm old and I'm tired. I don't feel like posting on like 10 different things.
I know. Oh.
No, for real.
I know.
Like, it's a lot to keep up with.
It is. Because we tried. We tried to do YouTube, TikTok, Insta, and Facebook.
And most of these people that are established, they have people that edit their stuff for them and post their stuff for them. They have like a whole team of people. It's just us.
It's just us. Yeah, I know.
You don't know how much we put into this for you.
It's for us too, though.
You ungrateful. I'm just kidding.
They ain't gonna watch. They're not gonna know. It's fine because they didn't watch it.
We have no viewers to this point of the episode.
No, this has been longer than 3 minutes. They are gone. They long gone. It's been like 35 minutes.
God, we're at 48, almost 49 minutes.
There's no way. They're long gone.
There's no one here. Unless someone for some reason skipped all the way to the end.
They're like, listen, y'all, I've watched enough of these to know all the good stuff's at the end. Just skip to the end.
It's just you and us.
By the time you edit it, though, it won't be 49 minutes. He doesn't cut out much, though, y'all. I'm telling you.
Hey, cut it out.
Cut it out.
But I can cut a rug. I'm burning up.
And we're losing daylight. And I need to pee.
Uh-oh. Well, let's wrap this thing up like a leftover taco.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to end this, so I don't even think it matters. There's no one here.
Nobody cares. They're gone at
What
this
if
point.
we just abruptly cut?
Just be like,
That's what we're gonna do.